Nah.
Yes, sir.
What's
Come
that? We
on.
back. We back.
What's
We
up?
back. We back. Welcome to another episode of Vibes and Convo. Hey,
Yes, sir.
come on in. Come on in. It's nice in here.
That's right.
Welcome to another episode of Vibes and Convo, where we champion everything and all things that are R&B. We're your
Sheesh.
illustrious hosts. Starting with my brother on key, right above me. Always
Mhm.
on key, never off. Then right
Come on.
next to him, we got Mr. Kirk Quinn, Mr. Get It In times 10 if you want to win.
Yeah.
Anything less is a sin. You feel me?
Yeah, hurts me.
And I'm your friendly neighborhood sequel 2297. And this week, I know you can tell by my background, I'm probably giving it away,
Giving it all away, but it's okay.
but it's all good though.
Okay, because I feel like the people that's already on, they should know anyway because that thumbnail
That part.
should have told them already what we about to do.
Yeah.
Because in that message right there, it said, "Hey man, this one is self-explanatory. If you don't know, you need to know." Yeah, man. We doing it, man. All the Prince heads. All the Prince heads. This one for y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
This
Mm.
one for y'all, man.
For sure.
Prince Purple Rain movie.
Yes.
We're gonna have to talk about it. We are gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
You know. But before we get to that, how are you gentlemen's week going? I don't even know if we did this. Did we do this last week? We didn't. I don't even. We
Yeah.
might have. We might have.
Checking in with the
We
homies.
might have checked in. We might have checked.
Checking in with the homie.
Yeah, we did. We did. We did. 'Cause
Right.
we was on here with the new extended family rough ends, and we
That's
did.
Yes,
We
we
did.
right.
were.
We did check in.
What an
Yes, we did.
episode.
Man,
Most
What a
definitely.
incredible,
what a
incredible.
good episode, man.
A lot of
Um,
gems, a lot of gems.
Right.
I'm gonna start with brother Quinnery. What's goodery this week? Quinnery, what's goodery?
Ah,
Created that right now.
what's
I like that.
goodery?
Goodery.
I like that.
Well, let's see what's going on this week, y'all. It's been a good week. Let's say that. First of all, give glory to the creator. We made it, man. We made it to another freaking week.
Yes,
We
we did.
here, we happy, we healthy, we able to talk that good R&B talk with each other. You know what I mean? Share this conversation with my brothers. So,
Mm,
with that being said, I think we all ahead. You hear me?
For sure.
all the way.
The biggest thing I feel like that's happened this week that's notable in the general ethosphere universe of R&B has been that Jamie Foxx comedy special.
Ah,
Definitely. Speak on it.
I know everybody ain't said, so I ain't gonna do spoiler alerts. Excuse me, but the fact that it's been 18 years since he dropped something um, was incredible to me because watching his special now brings you back to just how unique that brother really is. There's not too many people that have all those different pieces of a Lego and able to put it together like him. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So yeah, I mean, for me, that's been the most notable thing I've enjoyed out of R&B this week. But how about you, sequel? What's
Yeah,
been up
definitely.
on your side?
I'm right there with you, man. That same special, bro. Like that was definitely a highlight of my week. Also, I was in tears. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Mm,
Such a testimony that one. Um, Outside of that, I'm grateful to be feeling better. I was kind of sick over the weekend,
Mm,
battling upper respiratory infection
oh, okay.
or
mm.
whatever. But I'm getting better now. I'm starting to get my voice back. My wind is still kind of suspect, but for the most part, hey, I can still do the show.
That's right.
So,
Come on.
so grateful nonetheless to still be here in good health. Getting better by the day, fellas. Getting better by the day.
I'm glad to hear it,
Love it.
man.
And it's Christmas time.
It is.
It's that time of the year.
Come on. Come on.
How dare I be down this time of
Let
the
it snow.
year?
Right.
Let it snow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out chemistry.
yeah.
Shout out to Cleveland. You say it's about to be snowing over there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Also, yeah, it's starting again. It's snowing right now. My bad.
that's
Mm,
good. We
let it snow.
us West
Yeah.
Coast guys, we don't see none of that, man.
Let it sun.
Oh,
For sure.
We need that Christmas song. Let it sun.
Right.
The sunshine.
Shit, it don't even rain in
We
Southern
we we
California.
definitely you know
Oh,
us on the West Coast can definitely deliver that type of song.
yeah, for real,
Uh,
for real. In a very real way.
with me when it come to
Every
me,
week.
nah, um, my week, um, did a lot of resting, did a lot of resting,
Hmm.
um, but also resting and working. You know what I'm saying? Buys and combo on the go. We just recently filmed the episode of Rough Ends.
Yes,
Which
yes.
was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you haven't seen it, feel free subscribe to this page, and go on a journey, man. It's a journey every week,
Awesome
every
work.
week. Awesome work. What else happened this week? You know, yeah, just it's been a vibes and combo week. I'll say that.
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely been doing some vibes and combo work. Um, yeah, man, and it's been cold. It's still cold down here in San Diego, man. Temperature dropping under 40 at night. You know,
Mm.
we ain't used to that. We
Yeah.
spoiled.
I see you up here. You
So
rocking the lumber jacket. I know it got to be getting
long
kind of nippy,
sleeves
my boy.
and beanie.
You see me with the
And
hoodie
all the
on?
windows and the doors closed.
Hey, all you need is a plate of pancakes and an X, man. You be
Look, look,
lumberjacking right
and look. The heater is coming on. The heater's
now.
gonna come on later on tonight. You know what
the
I'm saying?
heater ride.
The heater, the heat, the heat. We gonna do it. Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful. So those that are new here, you already know what's coming next. Well, actually, those that are new here don't know what's coming next. The ones that's
Uh-huh.
been here, you guys know what's coming next.
Hmm.
For us to set this journey off, we got 3 steps we need you to follow. Right?
One, two, three.
Step number 1
We'll
is
go to
find your place of comfort. That could be at home, that could be in your bed, that could be on your couch, that could be
the.
that could be on your porch, that could be
It
in
could
your
be that thing
patio.
right there where Kurt was.
And Kirk Quinn just magically disappeared.
Yeah.
But
He got
it can
teeth.
also be on that bean bag that he got right there behind him.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He
There
has
you
been off the clock for the bean bag. He is
Well,
off the clock for the bean bag.
he's been off the clock for a while, actually.
Come on, man. Come on.
It's been a good thing.
Come on. Shout out to the folks that's watching right now. We see y'all. Um, you know, feel free. Chime in the chat. The chat is open.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? When we get into the episode, we wanna see what y'all know.
Exactly.
Um, that's step number 1, man, is find your place of comfort. Step number 2 is get you a good set of headphones. Right? Why you say that? Well, we got a phone. I can listen to you on the phone. You can. The phone works as sound. Yes, it gives
Yeah.
you sound.
Thank you, Kurt.
But just like Kirk Quinn magically disappeared again, right behind him is a
Yep.
set of headphones.
I feel like
You
Exactly.
need
Vanna
to
White.
get a set of headphones so you can hear what we talking about on these episodes.
Right.
Yes.
Right? So long as you have your headphones, man, you are right in tune with us.
Yes.
Step number 3.
Number 3.
I don't need to cover the label. I don't need to cover the label. I look at my new position that I am now learning
Thank God.
to look. This is as regular as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
But step number 3 is why you make that face, man. Step number 3 is we want you to put your beverage right next to you
Right.
and have it there in comfort, man, because we're about to jump into this journey.
Pinky
With the
fingers
purple
up.
one.
And
The,
Come on.
can we do a quick toast one time since we here, fellas?
All right.
Cheers.
yeah.
Cheers to everyone out there. We're about to have a good conversation.
They got their
Yes.
drink too, right? Y'all got
Yeah,
y'all's
yeah,
drink, or you're going to get your drink?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
know what I'm
Let
saying?
us know in the chat. Are you going to get your drink?
Go get your sip. Some of y'all that's out there drinking wine, go get your wine, man. It's
We
a
see
good thing
y'all.
to sip too.
We
Go
see
get
y'all
your
live. Come on.
go
Let us
fit
know.
if you're on your liquor, fix your nice tight one.
Mm.
Let us
Nice
know.
stiff one, you know what I'm talking
Let
about?
us
Gonna
know
be
if
on
you're
there.
going to get. Let us know if you're going to get this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We ain't rushing you into the journey yet.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
we got to
We
set the
Still
still
got
ambiance.
we still got some things to cover before we get to that. Now, now that we got past the 3 steps,
hmm
I want to pass the microphone over to Brother Kirk Quinn, and he's
Okay.
gonna check the stats for y'all. Let's go.
Yeah. So, thank you, dear brother. Thank you for that very illustrious handoff. Okay. Here at Vibes and Convo, one thing we like to always say is that this is that R&B nerd talk, where we champion all things R&B from the major all the way to the indie. Okay. Um, with that being said, we have a segment that we like to call Check the Credits.
check the credits.
That's right. So, today on Check the Credits, we're going to give a special shout out, pay some special attention to our very own R&B aficionado, Mr. Music Soul Child. Okay.
Mm.
That's right. Give it up for Music. You know what I mean? He's one of the pillars of this thing that we love and cherish so dear, R&B. As legend holds, December the 9th was the 23rd anniversary of Music Soul Child's album Soul Star. Now,
Whoo.
yeah, this is one of the coolest ones. So I'm saying this because it's such a legendary project. If you guys have not heard it, it is worth a listen. It still sounds brand new. It's one of his one of his five mics, if you will. This
Definitely.
album was originally released in 2003, and it was Music Soul Child's third solo album. Okay. Um, let's see. It debuted at number 13 on the Billboard 200 and spent 23 weeks on the charts. The album itself peaked at number 3 on the top R&B hip hop charts and spent over 37 weeks
Right.
on the charts. We all look, man. There was a time when they had R&B supremacy out here, and Musiq
Mm.
Soulchild was one of them guys that was holding that crown. And he held it down, so we want to hold him down. So today, I just want to make sure we give a special shout out, send some special love from the Vibes and Combo team to Musiq Soulchild. Congratulations on dropping your third classic 23 years ago. Y'all give it up for Musiq Soulchild,
Man,
y'all.
Brother Soul Child, man.
Yeah, man. And that has been check the credits.
Shh. Love it. Love it. Shout out. Oh, I love him. I see someone in the chat right now. She said, I love him. Come on. I love him.
That's what's up.
How you
Chisa Clark, shout out Chisa.
come on.
100. I see you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love him too. We love him too. All right. Next segment before we get into this journey is sequel 2297. I'm about to pass you the microphone and you let them know what we heading into right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. We're headed to my segment. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know Riding with Sequel is the move. Hey, I'm always debuting new music, not just for the Vibes and Convo playlist, but also if you guys still ain't been paying attention, our Christmas playlist is on the popping. Yes, Vibes and Convo Christmas edition. It's what we got going right now as we speak on Spotify. And if you look on there, my latest addition to that playlist, we got Jack Freeman with Feels Like Christmas banging on there, produced
Mm,
by Brian Michael Cox. Dog, I'm talking about put you in the mood for Christmas for real. It'll definitely put you in the mood for Christmas. And also, I did a throwback post for the
okay.
Christmas edition as well. And I had to show love to our brothers in music, dear friends of ours to the Vibes and Convo family, Chemistry, with their rendition of Let It Snow. It's also on the Vibes and Convo Christmas edition playlist right now. Hey, but as you can see, we got quite a bit of stuff on there for the holidays. So if you guys don't just want to pick a playlist and just let that bad boy keep going, put you in that Christmas mood, hey, we did that work for you too on some R&B stuff right here. Keep looking at it right now. Look, look, it's right
Yeah,
there in your face.
right there for y'all.
Yep. Over 50 songs, about 50 songs on there right now, and climbing. We'll be promoting this all throughout the holidays. We'll be adding songs all throughout the holidays. So hey, get with it now.
Look, you
Tell
can find this playlist and you can just add it to your page. Easy.
very
Real
easy.
easy do.
Yep,
So every time you open up your Spotify, it's there. You know what I
hell
mean? You
yeah,
ain't gotta look. You know what I mean? We done put together the Christmas playlist for y'all.
pretty much. You name them, they on there, man. Even some people y'all probably that probably flew under the radar for y'all. They're definitely on there on some Christmas stuff, man.
Merry
Y'all
Christmas,
gonna
y'all.
love it, I promise you.
Mm, 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 mm. Come on. Why
Shout
is it
out
coming
chemistry, by
Christmas
the way.
edition?
Yeah,
Shout out, shout out to brothers chemistry, man.
Big
hell
time.
yeah, doing they
Out here
thing.
killing. Out here killing. Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look. So now, what we've been waiting
Okay,
on. The legend.
the
The
monarch.
the super songwriter, super producer, super musician, um, super vocalist,
He's just
just
super.
genius.
He's just super.
Definitely was a genius. You talking about um music that's gonna carry on for a long time. hmm But
Who you talking?
he also had a classic movie attached to him, right? That goes on along with a classic album.
Definitely, definitely.
I mean, this really ain't no mystery right now. It really ain't no mystery, but at the same time, we're gonna talk about it. Prince, Purple Rain movie.
Purple rain, rain, purple
Now,
rain.
I'm sure there's some people in the chat.
Wow.
What
All
up,
right.
Maynard?
What's
What
up,
up?
man? We see you, Chauncey.
Come on.
What up, though?
Folks is in here. Look, we want to hear from y'all, man, because I know y'all know about this classic. I think that's why y'all here.
Yeah,
I know
man.
that's why
I
you're
could be
here.
wrong. Let me know if that's why y'all here, man. Come on,
Yep,
write in the chat. Let us know if that's why you're here. It's because of this topic here. Let us know. Let us know. We want to know. We want to know. That's what we're here to do, to vibe and to conversate.
that
Let's
part.
do that. That's what we're here for. We said we already went through the steps. Now we here. We at the journey now. Prince, Purple Rain movie. And I'm gonna start with Kurt.
Heck yeah.
What is your most memorable thing about this movie?
Okay. Honestly, my most memorable thing about this movie is freaking Mars Day and the time, how they used to get on,
Whew.
son. Like that, the dynamic between Morris Day and Prince was so ill. You heard me? And then them doing a bird. Mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah. Hey, oh.
You making me
What?
happy just talking about that.
Your
Come
love.
on.
Hey. Oh man. So yeah. Well, I wanna know you. Hey, okay, I can
Know
keep going.
ya.
Look, man. But
Mm.
yeah, one of the
What?
dopest movies. I didn't even realize it was an artist movie. I just thought it was a dope movie about music. You know what I'm saying? Uh this movie is probably ahead of its time when it comes to like modern artists, modern stars having biopics that was maybe not an autobiography, but based on true life events. Because everybody felt like this movie was really based off of Prince for in real life. So 50
Look.
Cent, Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Say thank you to Prince. R&B done it again.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, but yeah, that's
Come
my
on.
initial thoughts of it. You know what I'm saying? How about y'all?
What about you, Timbo?
Well, I remember vividly. This is it's one of the first movies I was ever allowed to go see. So I was pretty young when this came out. But I remember my mom made my sister take me. because she wanted to go see it so bad. And prior to, like, I was familiar with the voice, but I hadn't put two and two together that who Prince was or what he looked like up until this point. I just knew him in music per se. Or any music videos or anything he had at the time, I wasn't even allowed to watch or be up late enough to when they played his stuff, his
Mm,
earlier stuff. So that's what that was. But I remember going to the movies and looking at this larger life figure dressed in purple and heels all the time, but was killing on the guitar and singing his face off. More than that, how he would command a crowd,
mm,
almost like he was a rock star, but he was singing like a mesh, but he was on some entertainment stuff like a mesh between doggone uh James Brown and doggone and Michael Jackson, who I was the biggest Jackson fan as a kid at the time. Um, and just leaving that theater being in awe, not fully understanding the dynamics of the movie itself, but just being drawn into the music alone and just yearning for every other scene where it was a concert scene. And
mm,
then instantly becoming a fan of Morris Day and Apollonia Six and all the other musicians and acts that were in the movie. Like initially, that was like what really drew me in, and after that, I can honestly say I was definitely an instant Prince fan from then on. There's nothing he didn't drop after that I wasn't aware of after that, for sure, for sure. But
mm,
that's my that's my memories of Purple Rain, man.
mm,
Far back as I can remember.
mm.
Yep.
For me, and look, shout out to the chat too. Shout out to the
Yeah.
chat. You
Yep.
know, Brother Maynard said Purple Rain is iconic.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely iconic.
And how we say that? How we say that name?
Haisha.
Hai.
Haisha Coggle.
Come on, come on.
Yes, it was a rivalry for me
For
as
me,
well.
it's
Yeah,
behind.
yeah, you're right. It
Yeah.
was. And we gonna get into that too.
Hey, yeah, we're
We
gonna
gonna
get
get into that too.
we definitely gonna get
Oh,
into that. We definitely
we
gonna
just
get
cooking
into
up
that.
now.
We definitely about to get into that because we
You
want to
gotta
hear what you gotta say.
hell
We want
yeah,
to hear
get
what you
comfortable.
gotta say.
Hell yeah,
You
get
know what
comfortable,
I'm saying?
sis.
Come
Please.
on. Um, yeah. What I remember from the movie was okay, so I was so young when the movie came out. Um, so I didn't get to see it, you know, see or feel the high point, you know what I'm saying, of the magnitude of this movie. But
Yeah.
uh from I remember seeing it when I was young and how I felt. Um of course you don't you see the story and you can kind of digest it as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but the songs I couldn't digest the same when I was younger. I can hear the melodics.
Mm-hmm.
When doves cry,
Mm-hmm.
like I could hear all that,
Yep.
but like as I got older and going back to the movie, oh my god,
Right. Right.
oh my god, when doves cry might be one of the most best written songs ever. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that song definitely stands out to me.
Yep.
Because I don't know, like my older siblings around me used to play that song,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But as watching the movie, it became like the soundtrack for me for the movie, right?
Definitely.
Um, and along with the song "Purple Rain" at the end,
Mm-hmm.
kind of summed up what he was going through. It
Mm-hmm.
just was genius. It's just genius. So
Yep.
when I think of Purple Rain now, is I look at it more like um, a genius piece of art, or a piece of art from a genius.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yep.
Um,
I'm with you on that.
sheesh,
Fun fact.
sheesh.
Fun fact in conjunction with all these perspectives we have on Purple Rain. What
Mhm.
fun fact? Did you guys know that Purple Rain has the term itself has a more deeper meaning than just the song?
No, I was
Mm,
gonna ask the specifics
come
of the
on.
because it is some deep.
Yeah.
Like, what is
It is
Purple
when you really
Rain?
break it down lyrically, but
Mm,
in turn, Purple Rain is referred to as the ending of the world or end of things to be or dawning of
Ending
new things,
of
or
it.
so to speak.
See,
And
he gotta
purple
be so
Yeah,
okay.
that's
and
crazy.
purple was also and purple, ironically enough, was also said to be the color of God,
Color of royalty, right?
color of royalty, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure,
And
Mm.
for sure.
most definitely. So
The
there's a
Look
most
at see the genius
lot of
put on
hidden
it.
gems, lot of hidden gems in Purple Rain, man. A lot of hidden gems.
there's a regal
So
element.
for the chat. Now this is for the chat. What do y'all when y'all think of Purple Rain, the movie, what do y'all think about? What's the first thing you think about? Come on,
Mhm.
write in the chat. Write in
Yeah,
the chat. Let us
let
know.
us know.
We
Let
want
us
to we want to get you guys to answer the same questions we just answered.
definitely.
What y'all think?
Yep.
You know, because I see some of y'all agree. Some of y'all
Right.
agree with
Aisha
us.
said, I want to say, I hope I'm saying it right, but Aisha
Yep.
said that it was the rivalry for her as well. Like that was
Right,
iconic. That rivalry
right.
with Mars Day and Prince. Prince and the Revolution. Let's put some let's make
Yeah.
it honest. It wasn't just Prince, it was Prince and the Revolution.
Yep.
Shh. Big thing, big thing,
Yeah.
big thing.
Right.
You
Yep.
know, also if you on here, man, feel free share this live. Share this live with some of your folks.
Most
Right.
You
definitely.
know, they Prince heads. Definitely share it with them.
Yeah. We talking about the
Definitely.
purple one tonight, y'all. We talking about the purple one.
Come on,
Right.
come on. Um,
And look,
so this is where I want to dive into next.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Um, the music from the movie. I'm gonna start with Kirk Quinn.
Okay.
Base. I mean, this movie was made so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you feel about the music in this movie?
Okay, broad perspective, like overarching idea. Um, since we're talking about this movie, it's kind of hard to separate the actual music and the visuals. It's a package because you can't talk about how iconic and how Prince had crafted a certain sound, right,
Mm-hmm.
without paying an homage to the stylistically how it looked, right?
Right.
Prince was on some, in my opinion, on the rock wave of the times. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that separated him from being considered a rock star exclusively was the style of the music. But the way he
Mm,
dressed, the way they had the full bands, you know what I'm saying? Like the musicality of it. Like Prince is still one of the baddest guitarist ever, and typically that's not something that you would attribute to R&B or soul. But
mm,
he had a mismatch of like that funk and that style that he brought to music, or that he stamped. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That was crazy. So you know, musically, he did a lot. He did a lot with the soundtrack of this. Um, it could have very well been a musical.
Mm.
It could have been a straight musical
I didn't even think about it like that.
if he was, and I think, that would be dope to have a freaking Purple Rain musical.
Mm.
I'm gonna say it here.
That's kind of fire.
They did a musical for Rick James.
Uh.
They could do a musical to a song that has a soundtrack to every freaking scene. There's a song for every scene in this movie.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was dope. I liked it a lot. I thought it was dope mix of funk, rock, and you know everything.
Yeah.
Prince was completely different.
Man. Different kind of cat, man.
For sure.
Different kind of cat. Um. What can I remember? Um. Okay. So musically, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but I want to say also want to add to what I was just saying on the previous take. Is that um his
Yeah.
storytelling skill that he got.
Speak on it.
I don't think we talk about it. You know, like I don't hear people highlight that with Prince. And that's probably because he got so much genius to him
All right.
Mhm.
that it's hard to just highlight just the one thing. But I noticed with these songs that's on the soundtrack, and then if you watch the movie, how much how much story detail he does. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like even when doves cry, he's talking about his mom, he's talking about his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he's touching on the details of what they going through. And it matched up perfectly with the movie. So I'm like, so you storytelling and turned your story into a film, and but you getting all the details though. You're not leaving nothing out. You know what I'm saying? Cold. The storytelling of the music
Most definitely.
in the music is the thing that I that watching this movie along with the music. That's what comes to my mind. What
Yeah.
about you, Timbo?
Oh man, where do I begin with the music? Oh my god, such works of art. Like you can almost listening to Prince, especially this album specifically. You can you can vividly see everything he's singing. Like that's how well this album was put together. Um, Song that resonates for me the most to this day, and which I would argue was Prince's attempt at gospel,
Okay.
would be the song "I Would Die for You."
Oh my God.
If you break down the lyrics, I'm not a woman, I'm not a man, I'm something that you'll never understand. I'll never beat you, I'll never lie.
Mm.
And if you're evil, I'll forgive you by and by, because I would die for you. If that ain't gospel,
Oh.
and
Oh.
for some reason, from the time I first heard that song, which full disclosure, I'm not ashamed to say it. When I first heard that song in the movie theater, I was in tears. That song hit me like that. Even now, I still get kind of choked up when I hear it. That's how powerful it is. I would say that was his first attempt at gospel,
Right. Right.
Man,
and beautifully done. But
Timbo.
not to mention all the other songs on this album, like the soundtrack. And you can't. I mean, it's such a blurred line. You technically can call it a soundtrack, but you technically can't because it's. I mean, like
Right.
it was just genius before its time, man. Plus, that nobody ever did this before.
Right.
Mhm.
Nobody ever did this before. Nobody. I bet you nobody even thought this would even be a cult classic like it became. Honestly, but I mean, song for song, like it's the album itself is a movie. Like you
Mm.
wouldn't even need no visual. So I mean, just overall, just a masterpiece of work. Like you name it, from Purple Rain to I Would Die for You to even the groups that spawned off of this masterpiece. That we all became fans of. Even Morris Day, who I was honestly say is probably one of the coldest bands to ever touch the stage. Morris Day
Mm.
in the time, like, come on, man. And people don't realize like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were attached to them early on. Before
Mm.
they ventured off became full-on producers, they were, yeah.
Right.
Like something in that water in Minneapolis, man. I don't know what it is. There's something magical about that place, man. But it's like they produce them but geniuses.
Mm.
Uh, tell you boy. He said, I went to see the movie back in the day when you could stay in the theater all day.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I
They don't
see
know
you.
about that. They don't
I
know
see
about
you,
that.
mama.
Right.
All 4 times. Oh my God.
They
These
don't know
kids will
about
never know
that.
what that's like.
Man. They're in a different world.
Hey, remember when you was able to go watch different movies, like
What?
being there all
Just
day?
pay one time and just hop.
You theater hopping like a big dog?
Movies was
What?
like $2,
Oh my
three
God.
bucks. Crazy.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but to answer your question, man, like just all I can say is masterpiece, man. Sonically, masterpiece.
Yeah.
That still stands to this day.
Yeah.
Look,
Even he
this
couldn't
where I,
do it
this
today.
where I, this where I want to go
Yeah.
now. So we touched on the music. We touched on
Uh-huh.
first thing we thought when we saw the movie.
Uh-huh.
Now I want to touch on the actual movie. So I
Mm.
want to touch on. Let's do it. What did y'all think about the whole thing of him like having to compete for his spot, and the fact that the promoter was saying that folks wasn't relating to his music?
Mhm.
I think it's interesting because I feel like it. If you fast forward to our time now,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
it's
Got
kind of crazy.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna start with Timbo this time.
yeah.
You
No
reverse the
doubt.
order.
Yeah, most definitely.
Um,
I'm
what
glad
you
you
think?
brought that up, man. Because in the ad, that's another. It's a lot of layers to this movie, man. It's
It's
so
so
many
many.
layers to this movie,
It's so
and
many.
I'm glad you brought that up simply because, dog, it was almost like he was giving us like early warning signs of how this, not just this industry can be, not just on that level, but on the come up also. You know what I mean? Stuff that you might face as a struggling artist or whatever. Like he showed that side in the movie. Like you got a lot of insight. You got more insight into the industry than you had ever seen prior to any other movie about music before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he gave you that layer. You know what I'm saying? Also, he gave you layers with other artists, with Apollonia 6, her being a struggling artist, just struggling to even keep a roof over her head, but still trying to chase down a dream. Even Morris Day, like even though he was more so on the business side and he had a whole system that was working for him, a whole crew, band, you know what I'm saying? Things acts he was developing, he also was in the same boat they were in, still trying to make it to the next level, still trying to push through. Remember that scene where he was telling Apollo, "Don't you want to be a star?"
That was
I,
crazy.
so do I.
That was crazy.
Hey, forget what you're thinking and what you're feeling in the moment. If you want to make this move, this is what I could do. Like, take this chance while I got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people
Yeah.
are faced with those decisions right there on the spot like that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of layers to this movie. A
So
lot of
many
layers.
layers. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
But just in keeping with the subject matter, the question you asked or whatever, like, yeah, man, like definitely, definitely. You're not far off at all.
Come on, Quinn.
You know,
You know what? Let me go so we can
yeah, yeah,
reverse the
yeah,
order
yeah.
all the way.
Jump in there,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Um. Okay. What I thought was, I kind of looked at it like how, okay, like fast forward to 2024.
Mhm.
From that time to this time, I kind of looked at that scene like the industry saying, "You got to thumb down. Hey, you got to make different kind of music that they gonna like.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a business." But he was saying, "Hey, it's just a business."
Yep.
That's exactly what I look at it. How I looked at that scene now,
Mhm.
as that fight. That
Yeah,
fight, he was fighting for and creativity and expression,
definitely.
right?
Full on, full on.
Because like what's funny is he didn't change anything. He didn't change anything.
Mm.
He just
Never.
he just went into store. He just said something that was real,
Yeah.
and everybody said
Yeah.
everybody's expression when he was performing Purple Rain was
Mhm.
you
They they went they were speechless. The whole room standing.
golly, golly,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So that's my thoughts on it is it's definitely like a metaphor for you know tone down some those wars, kind of like what Timbo said, those wars that
Yep.
um artists have to go through.
Yep. On so
Right.
many different fronts too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
What about you, Quinn?
The movie was so good. It was such a good movie.
Hmm.
Even if you take the well, not even if you take the music out, but there was other layers outside of just the music that made the movie great, right? The family dynamic.
Well, hold on. Before you go there,
Okay. Okay.
touch on that. Touch on the the part of the promoter, uh, his
Oh, yeah,
his
see,
situation with Prince.
that dynamic was crazy because that was basically to me, especially at this age now, it's kind of was showing me it was like an allegory for the music industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's showing us in the club band setting how the dynamics are in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Being
Yep.
a new kid, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Being ahead of your time and being unrelatable, being different. You
Mhm.
feel me? And how
Mhm.
people that's in positions of power might not even know what the hell they talking about.
Great point. Great point.
Woo!
You're
So
right. I didn't think
Woo!
about
What
that.
y'all
He
think?
was young.
Hey,
He
chat.
was the
Hey,
kid. He was
hey,
young
chat.
and
Y'all gonna
had
have
a
to
lot of
stop
power.
playing. You're gonna have to stop him right now, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Choo.
Great point.
right.
Yeah.
So it was dope. And it at the end of the day, no matter what somebody's opinion of your art, the people will let you know what's real.
That part.
And that's one thing I think Prince understood, or not even he understood. That's one thing he displayed, and
Yeah.
he stuck to his guns, being the way he was. And when we get more into the stuff he was going through, that
Yeah.
birthed a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
It just was, good stories, right? Good
That's some
stories
stuff.
are
Real
dope.
stories though.
Yeah,
Real stories, real situations, real. Yeah.
that
Just real, man.
nigga
Mm,
said
mm,
the drama. You feel me?
mm, mm, mm.
Straight up.
Yeah.
This is a great segment because
Hell yeah.
I want to get into that. I want to touch on that now.
Yeah. Oh, we
Morris
get
Day and
deep.
the
We get deep.
Times.
We get deep with this, y'all. Oh,
Morris Day and the Times
yeah.
versus
Ah,
Prince
come on, come on.
and the Revolution.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Interesting. Look,
Flex
I'll start it off. So I like he definitely saw Prince as a threat,
for sure.
right? Um, but I feel like Morris was using, let me kick this man while he down. Let me see if I can crush his confidence
Throw
because
him
I
off
feel
his
like he
game.
had a low, like So everything he did, I felt like he was stabbing at that.
Hmm.
But I also believe that if you look at the difference between the two acts, Morris Day and the Times did feel good music.
Yep.
Everything is good. Everything is positive. Everything is
Fun.
what?
Fun.
Do you feel good? Hey,
Uh-huh.
I'm right
Yep.
here. Hey, I'm
Uh-huh.
showy. I'm very
Uh-huh.
show offish. I'm very flashy. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm dancing.
Yeah.
Prince, Prince
Hey,
wasn't
hey, 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 breaking it down too. I ain't gonna lie.
Prince. Prince had his own style, but Prince's m- m- musicianship had more layers,
Mm,
right? Um, so it's funny how things ended up in the movie because I feel like Prince won on both sides. Like he
Mhm.
showed, hey, club promoter, you said they don't be feeling my music like that. They feeling this, and it ain't. And I didn't have to do what Morris Day and the Times had to do.
right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Even Morris Day and the Time is dope. We all know that.
Yep.
We all know. We all know. That's from Prince. That's under the tutelage of Prince anyway. You know what I mean? But
Definitely.
different styles. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so ultimately, I think um, the rivalry part of that movie with them two was very you could take that as a metaphor too.
Right. It's
You
always a
could take it
chick
as a
too.
metaphor too. My style
It's
versus
always
your
a chick.
style.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. What you
Yeah.
think, Timbo?
Hey
About
man.
this rivalry.
Hey. Okay. First off, it wasn't just. It was bigger than just a rivalry.
Mm,
It was a representation
mm,
of old versus new,
Ooh.
old mentality versus young mentality.
hmm.
Morris Day and the Time
Age old
versus
adage.
Prince and the Revolution.
He
Mm.
caught it. He caught it.
Time
That's
Revolution.
it.
Like
That's it
you
right
see,
there.
you see the dynamics of that, like them
Right.
clashing all
That's
throughout the
cold.
movie.
That's
Like it was
cold.
like a constant battle of like real conflict that people face all the time in this industry. Like it was giving that. But also the classic David versus Goliath. That's
Hmm.
like it was, yeah. Like, come on, man. It's deeper than just Purple Rain. Like Prince was early on giving a lot of game, and it
Right.
went over so many people's heads,
How
man. Early on, he was.
How was
He was
he
giving us a
so
lot of
advanced?
game in this movie. He was,
Mm,
and he's so young, true prodigy, true child prodigy.
definitely.
Always ahead of the
Hands
curve.
down.
Always ahead of his time.
Hands down.
Always, always, always. Even in this movie, like you, and outside of this, and the two other movies he did, you never seen him act again,
Shh.
and did great work, great acting work.
She said the rivalry is good versus evil.
Yeah, that too. There you go.
Ooh.
There you
Right.
go.
Mm,
The superhero
Even
trope.
and from a real human aspect too, when you break it down like that, because even the good, it was considered good, wasn't always perfect.
Right.
He had his
mm.
demons too.
Sure did.
He had his demons too.
Sure did.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I thought it was cold how Morris Day was trying to swoop Apollonia. He was trying to get her. He was on her bumper, my
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah. He was
Like
doing some
Uh,
dirty macking though on the real, man.
he was
As
straight up.
you would think, as player as he was, he wouldn't have to resort to them means, but he did every now and then on the slide.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely one of the first representations of dirty macking on the big screen.
Most definitely.
My man, he was straight up dirty
It's like
macking.
you loved
it
him, but at
didn't
the
help
same
that he
time,
was
you know,
like.
yeah.
It didn't help that he was flashy. You know what I mean?
No, it didn't. Mm-mm. Nope. But he
Yeah.
was in the right. He was in the right lane to be in, though, for all that flashiness. Though, I
Hell yeah!
mean,
Don't you want to be a star? I
yep.
do.
hmm
That's what you took from that beef, that rivalry, huh, Quinn?
Heck yeah, he was.
Get into it. Get into it. You said that. Okay.
I mean,
Um.
because it looked like it was the band stuff, but I really think it boiled down over the girl.
Definitely,
You know what I'm saying? It really
Mm,
was. It really was.
it was that
Like
too.
the damsel in distress type situation. You know, there's a lot of superhero tropes.
Yeah.
Aisha said good versus evil. You know
Yep.
what I mean? You got a little bit of that. You
Yeah.
got the Disney element with the damsel in distress. You
hmm
dig? Then you layer that with the musicality. And the cool thing is, in real life, Prince wrote all that stuff. So
hmm
he was really acting because he was really that nigga.
right.
A real, a real thespian for
You
real.
feel me? Like I could only imagine this dude must have been a theater kid that was in Glee to develop all those. He must have been in Glee, band, choir. Like he had too many elements to pull from and did in an excellent way. So
Come on.
yeah, man, that's it. That's it.
hmm to add to what you said, Kurt, brilliant point. Also, by the way, I think it'd even be safer to say at that the Apollon, the girl aspect or whatever. Like, even though that I think that rivalry existed before it even got there, but that girl brought it to a head.
Yeah,
It
for
Mm,
brought it
sure.
to where like they
yeah,
really
it
wanted to get
did.
at each
Yeah,
other.
it
Like
did. It did.
before then, I think it was more key, like low key and quiet. Like, yeah, man, I really don't like this dude for real or whatever. His music, like, yeah, I don't like his style. Like,
Hating
but
on
it
me.
was more so behind the back then. But in passing, they would be like, yeah, take little pokes and jabs at each other. But it would always resort to, or we'll settle it on stage.
Right.
When that
What?
girl came into play, it was almost starting to get off that stage. They had some
Right.
incidents, they had some
Man, you
clashes.
know another thing I forgot to add was
One of the first rap beefs.
the coldest part was at the end, right before he went on stage, before that Purple Rain, when he
Mm.
said, "So what did he say? So has the family?"
Yeah, yep, yep.
And they walked
And
by
and
and
low key
laughed.
in
That
hindsight,
was
but
I
in
don't.
hindsight, he didn't even in hindsight, he already knew like he had family issues. Remember, he said
yeah,
that early on in the movie, like he knew he
yeah.
had that he always knew he had family issues, but I don't
And
think
that's
he
why I'm
knew to
saying it
the
was so
degree.
cold because I was like, man, you
Yeah,
trying to crush this man,
Trying
like.
to make this
yeah,
man
yeah,
crash out.
yep. But he stood tall through all of it, man. Prince really did.
Boy, that boy Morris Day was a super villain, boy.
Yeah,
He was
early
a
on.
real super villain.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what they say? The best movies, they say the villains make movies.
Mm,
Mhm.
mm,
And this particular villain made some jams too. I ain't going for
Oh yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
come
We were
on,
rocking to that.
come on.
Right.
Yep,
Um,
rocking the Moors.
another okay. So another part I want to move on to is his relationship with his father.
Ah, ah. Do you guys remember his name? Anybody remember his name?
I
Let us
can't
know in the chat. Hey, hey,
look.
y'all didn't
Yeah.
even answer. Let us know in the chat if y'all can remember the pop's name in the movie. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
I think I
That
That's
know. I think I
that's
know,
cool.
but I'm gonna let the
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. If
chat
y'all
what it said because I might mess his name up.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
You know the crazy thing about it, his pops played such a good villain in this. He like played a villain for the rest of his acting career.
He really did.
Like I'm revisiting the
Yeah,
movie
he did.
and I'm mixing up
Oh,
Purple Rain with Tales from the Hood. I'm just wanting him to jump
yeah.
out and be like,
Yeah.
yes, the
Right.
spit.
The
I don't,
snubber.
right. Come on, man. We want like I'm just saying it was
You want to
funny.
hit this?
You know what I'm saying? But it
Mm,
was toxic. That
celebration.
relationship with his pops was not good, man. Um, that relationship with his pops was not good, yo. And that was almost more important than everything else because it shaped everything. Prince was having suicidal thoughts in the movie. You know what I'm
Mm.
He was
saying?
abusive as well.
His abuse, his
Yep.
pops trying to take himself out.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
that's that's
That's that's PTSD on display right there.
come on,
Here's a
dude.
part. Here's a part that I didn't really grab, and maybe it is obvious, and I just didn't grab it. But did his pops pass?
No, he actually at the very end you see that he's in the hospital recovering
Oh,
from a gunshot wound, but he did
See how
almost.
they did? Yeah, they did that
But
little.
they made that vague, kind of
yeah.
Right.
like he might have died later on, like he didn't. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things. But last you saw him, he was in the hospital with the
Right.
wife that he was beating on, draped over him, not leaving his side. He just kissed the boat by and
Mm.
went on his way.
And can I say about the racial undertone of that? Can I speak on that?
Please do.
Because it seemed I forgot that was a because I was trying to figure out the dynamic why his mom and his dad was getting into it so
Mhm.
much and really express it so deep, but it almost like they had an undertone of like a racial uh element going on between the father and the
Mm.
mom.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
they?
saying
It,
I'm not
it's
saying it was
almost. I could
overt.
see that. I
I'm
could
not
see
saying
that.
it was an overt thing. I'm just saying when you're watching something that's visual, everything kind of matters. And it
Right.
just, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right. Right.
it was just an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chat. I
Most
do
definitely.
we got one more. We got Laura. Shout out to Laura. I see you in here. She says, anyone
Mhm.
get the celebration this year? The revolution at First Ave was epic.
Oh, okay.
Oh snap.
Missed that one.
Ah,
But shout out nonetheless, man. Thanks for putting us on to that. Doggone, I wish I would have been there. I wish I'd have known about that one.
oh snap.
I
Oh
met
wow.
P in 1984. Flew from Toronto to.
To
To Minnesota. I've been there.
Ah,
Lake Minnetonka. Nah, man.
really?
That's
Yeah.
dope. So yeah. So you was there. You know what we talking about.
Yeah.
A
Hell, you
Prince
got a
fan.
chance to see
Another
him
Prince fan.
in the
For
flesh.
For real.
sure.
Yeah.
You got a chance to see him in the flesh, man. One of my many dreams I never got to realize. But, oh my God. I
Yeah,
can only
man.
imagine.
Did you really like this movie? Did you like this movie? Did you like Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
because I think yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you like this movie? Because I really think this movie, um, along with the music, was just
Yeah.
like you said, like Timo said, like you never seen nothing like this before. Like, nah, because
Nah.
you won't, because the songs matched everything that was happening in the
Yes,
movie.
it did. Yes, it did.
And we never got nothing else like that.
It's
No.
like
People will say, well, 50 Cent did a biopic. And Eminem, they did, it wasn't, the songs didn't, all the songs didn't match up to, didn't tell the story of the
for sure.
Yeah. And completely.
completely.
No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, he
Mm-mm.
was
This
right.
was a little different.
You know what it reminds me of, storytelling wise, and
Mhm.
not necessarily, but as far as attention to detail, Hamilton. You ever
Hmm.
realize how Hamilton told like all of the songs are not real songs? They're like just
Ah,
level
theater
of attention
base.
to Prince. I
Yeah.
think I might have froze a little bit. Y'all with me?
Um.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
you froze a little bit.
Just a sec.
Um.
Okay, cool,
This
cool.
is where I want to go. This is where I want to go now. Prince issue within the revolution.
Mm.
Well, it was
In-
really the girls
internal.
had the issue with Prince
Hmm.
about
Mm,
the
Internal
music
beefs.
that they was trying to submit to him and trying to get him to open up to some of the ideas that they had.
Mhm.
Earlier on, he wasn't on to what they was trying to play. Like he was on when he was on.
He was
Do
stiff on
y'all
it.
so what do y'all think about how do y'all take that when you watching it? How did you take him not being open to their musicianship until the end?
Yeah, yeah. Boy had trust issues, man.
yeah, that's straight up.
He had trust issues,
Mm,
and I think
Right,
that all came from his family dynamic. Like, it definitely had trust issues.
right.
Like, you see how he be like, as much as girls liked him, he be still kind of standoffish for real. Like in fear of how he might react or what he might do based on what he saw on a day to day basis when he was at home.
right.
Like, I think
Right,
there was a part of him that wouldn't allow him to open up in a very
right.
real way, even to the people that had already been rocking with him
Hmm.
or whatever. And I also say that was definitely an element of that they had on display in the movie, which you could definitely see there were times like he would just be in silence. You could see him, the wheels turning in a
Yeah,
lot of those scenes. Like he was just battling with himself, whether he should, whether he shouldn't, I don't know. I mean, and he probably did listen to that music up to that time, but he didn't know whether he should trust it or not, in fear that they might get
Mm,
bigger and then go on and leave him, which was a reoccurring thing that he was facing. You know,
ah,
being
that
left
seemed
out
like it
high
was
and dry in a lot of
trust
situations.
issues.
So yeah, trust issues. All
Mm,
that's out for trust issues.
hmm.
Hmm.
How'd you
hmm.
take to it, Quinn?
You know what? Memory serves me correct. I really remember the end
Okay.
when he allowed the group to participate in the creative process, and and it was so much. He got that the response. The crowd reacted in a way that you know was like it kind of showed him like, hey man, trust your partners, trust your team. You know,
Hmm.
um, kind of kind of showed in that moment. It kind of was telling that life lesson that no man is an island. You can't do it all on your own, no matter what you think. You know what I mean?
Facts,
Sometimes you got to take a risk and trust because
facts.
you are greater than the sum of your own parts. Something like that,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And it turned out to be a song that brought everybody to tears.
Come on, son.
The song he finally used from them. I'm like, see there, look at God.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a win all the way around that song when they finally performed that. Man, it was all the way
Right.
around win.
What great storytelling to build have what great storytelling to have that many things climax
I
have
know.
those like it's like yo
It's
who
crazy.
wrote this
Yeah,
What was I gonna say?
and Prince had it early.
Look,
Prince wasn't even the
I
Prince
I
we
took
know him to be now. He was still.
right
um I take to it like this, like um everything that was happening, like um the night before the performance,
okay
Mhm,
right? What happened to his dad,
yeah
mhm.
him going crazy, going crazy in that room,
Yeah.
right
tearing everything up,
till he found that
and
music
then he found the
Finally
music.
letting it out. And that music brought him back.
that's
And
crazy
one in the dressing room where he put on the girl's tape for the first time, he pressed play on it.
No, he was at the house.
He was
He
at
was
the
still at the
house.
house. He just
Thank you.
he just finally went up. He
He
saw
was
that
at the
music.
house.
He saw that music, saw
Was.
those notes, and he went upstairs, went off in another room, played it real quick. Then he got on the piano
And he said,
and started playing
"Oh,
it. I gave in his head, he started right then and there, he was putting it all together.
right
crazy." And then to lead to him being in the dressing room, thinking, to Morris walking by saying what he said, cold,
Cold.
super cold.
The
And that was
cold.
the first time he actually felt bad about what he said. Caught that? Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
that was a key part too that they didn't really key in on, but it showed that he a human being too. Um,
Hmm.
to leading on stage, to him looking at the girls like, this what we doing.
Yeah.
That was super. That was fire. That was fire because it showed like, yo, it ain't all about you. You know what I mean? It's the creativity. It's the creativity first. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
and yeah, I felt like it took a lot for him to do that,
Yep.
and that was super fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super fire.
Uh-huh. All right. Real quick before we go any further,
Hmm.
y'all remember that question I had for y'all earlier? Huh? Y'all remember that question I had for y'all earlier? What was Princess Pop's name in the movie?
Mm.
Can anybody guess?
Come on, Lord, come on, Lord,
Hmm?
guitar, come on. We still got
Ah,
we got folks
and
in
that's
there.
the clock.
We got
All
folks
right.
in there.
I don't see it. I still don't see it.
Come on, we give y'all.
We got a few more seconds. When the
What was
clock's
his
over, that's
pop's
it.
name in the movie? What was
Uh,
Prince pop's name in the movie?
And you guys know? And y'all know? You guys know?
I think I'm gonna mess his name up,
You
so I'd
probably
rather not say.
are.
Was it Francis?
Yes, there we go. Ding, 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 ding,
Cause,
ding.
cause he always called him the
Francis L.
say the kid. Call him Prince
Yes,
the kid and
yes.
Francis.
His name was
Yeah,
Francis L. If you guys remember when he picked up the note right there in the corner was his pop's name, Francis L.
Yep, it was
Also,
on the
before he
music.
performed at the very end, he announced the song is dedicated to my father, Francis L. And the
Mm.
song that these two lovely ladies wrote, dedicated to Wendy. Wendy and
right.
them in the back.
And
Yep.
they look confused. They were like, "What?"
They were more surprised than the crowd was.
Right.
Yep.
And then he went back there and he kissed one of them on the cheek. Right.
Yep. Yep.
Cat Daddy.
Come
Hey.
on.
And then I think right then and there, that was like his way of apologizing to them
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
also.
for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Because right then and there, he realized, man, I should have always trusted y'all. Y'all been riding with me. Y'all been with me. Y'all always stood by me. Y'all never wavered, even throughout all my bull. Y'all still
And
here.
the
Like,
girl started crying when she was playing the guitar, though. Right.
yep,
Yep.
yep. She was like, that's all I ever wanted. That's all I thought I wanted. The
This
flame,
baby, baby,
play my song.
baby.
What a moment.
I
What a
was a
moment.
moment. Man. Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Also, I look. This is. I know I
Anything,
probably rant right
anything,
now, but
anything y'all want to touch on
yeah,
in the
yeah.
movie that we didn't touch on?
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, overall, I was just about to say, overall, this was a real coming of age type movie as well, because what we know now about Prince,
Mm-hmm.
this movie signified what would turn out to be how he would go on to be an artist for the rest of his career. Like all throughout the movie, like with all the stuff that he was going through, he was still resilient. He stood true to his art form, his beliefs, and his style. And the great aspect of the Prince artistry that we know now, that's really how he did his entire career.
Right.
Regardless of what anybody else said, what anybody told him he should do, he did him from start to finish.
Right.
Right.
So in that aspect, I mean, it's kind of like when you go back and watch it now, it's kind of like a coming of age thing in the aspect,
Mm.
in its totality.
That's actually really that's a hot take, Tembo.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, this is
For
something.
sure.
Hey, like I said, man, I haven't watched it again after all these years because I have been watching it. I've watched it a couple of times over the past couple of weeks, and I was like, wow, man, it's a lot of stuff I never got as a kid when I first seen
Yeah.
it. That it
Yeah.
resonates with me different now.
If
Mm.
I mean
It is. It is a different movie to me now.
Yeah,
the care, I'm gonna say this. If anybody want to know how do you make a superstar,
yeah,
bump
I
up,
would,
make a
I would,
movie. You feel me? Have dope music, be a genius. I mean, I don't know if you can pull it all off that easy, but I'm just saying, like,
but this
you
would be a
know,
good blueprint to
you
go
you
by.
you gave him the formula.
I'm just
That part.
saying,
You gave him the formula.
because you know how they say art imitating life. Prince never
Mhm.
stopped playing that. I don't know if I always thought he was a great actor. I said, man, Prince is a crazy dope actor, man. But now after you look at the totality of his career, I don't know if he was acting.
Hmm.
Like he
Yeah.
like he just kept being Prince. He
Yeah.
never like he
Yeah.
never he
True.
never stopped being that dude on the movie.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
To me anyway. So,
No, you no. That's a very valid take, bro. Definitely.
like
I thought the same
It's a real
doggone
good one.
thing too. You're not alone on that one, bro.
you know what I mean, he became legendary. He came back up around with Dave Chappelle telling these kind of like
Mhm.
they mythicized Prince.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
became
Right.
bigger
Mhm.
than that. So it's crazy to see.
And
Huh.
interesting you said that too, because that's exactly what he did. He right after this, the next movie he did was Under the Cherry Moon. He was still Prince in that, which was more so like a long music video than a movie for real.
Mm.
And then he did the follow up to Purple Rain, which was titled Graffiti Bridge.
Oh, see?
And during that time, that's when you saw the induction of him working with Tevin Campbell, so on and so
Right.
forth. That
Right.
chapter, that chapter.
See, I didn't
But
see.
but but you're right. Pretty much his whole acting career, he pretty much played himself. He didn't really act in anything else after
No.
Graffiti Bridge. All
Nah.
his movies.
Yeah. Prince kept in music, man. He kept it. He's just, when somebody, you look at him like you're music.
Mhm.
You're music. You're the example of life imitating music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and to me, that's what Purple Rain was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Purple Rain was Prince. You know what
Yep.
I mean? And it's like super dope, man. Super dope. For a guy who has many classics, many
Mhm.
classics. Um, Shoosh. Look, for
Yep.
those that's watching this now, or those that's watching it later, if you haven't seen Purple Rain, go ahead and
Oh,
buy it off YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Buy
yeah.
and buy and rent. You got the
Yep.
jailbreak Fire Stick.
Yep.
Go ahead and look it up.
Yep. If you don't have it already.
I know all about that. True, that make me want to go ahead and hook that Fire Stick back up and get my jailbreaking on.
Yep.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, it's a real good genius piece of art.
Yeah.
From a genius artist.
Right.
Um,
Visually and sonically.
come on, come on,
Like, man,
that's it.
like we can't glance over the visuals. Like,
You
come on,
know
man. This dude was a true
those
visionary.
those that those that like Bruno Mars and cats like
Yeah.
that now. That
Yeah.
look, this is what you got to go watch, and then you'll understand
Yeah.
where a lot of that's coming from.
Hmm.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? A lot of that's
Yep.
coming from.
Most definitely.
Man,
Most definitely.
Prince and the Revolution, man. How many albums did Prince and the Revolution do?
Well, I think the album wise, I want to say just this one. I believe.
Or
I
did he
could be wrong.
do uh
Hmm.
Diamonds and Pearl?
Yeah, but they were called something else by then. Like,
They were
remember,
they
he's had
were
different
called something
bands.
else.
He's had
He
different
has.
bands out his
He
career.
did. He did.
Yeah.
Because he did have a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the thing with him.
Hmm.
Prince always had that other band that he always named his band something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
Different day, man.
And that's old school too, man. Like back when bands were real heavy, which was a heavy. If memory serves me correctly, like Minneapolis in general was a heavy band scene, not just R&B too, like rock, pop, soul, funk,
Right.
like a lot. It was like a melting pot of bands out of Minneapolis or whatever. Oh, which is another dynamic they displayed in that movie also. Like that was really like an ode to like Battle of the Bands that they used to have a lot of those back in Minneapolis back in the day too.
Heck
A
yeah.
lot of
It
big
was
Battle of
like
the Bands back in the day. If you're a historian, like that or whatever. Yeah,
Mm.
that like back in that were real prevalent like in the 70s and 80s. Back in the day. So I wouldn't doubt that doggone. He was probably a child of that, putting that on display
Yeah.
also.
Do you think? Well,
I think
nah.
Laura was trying to tell us some stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Why me and my two purple FB? See, I don't know what the initials stand for.
I
Maybe,
want to say Facebook.
yeah,
Facebook
Facebook
group.
groups.
Find me.
Okay,
Okay.
Laura
Find me
Guitar.
in my Two Purple Facebook group, Laura Guitar.
Okay,
Okay,
There you
got you. Got you. Got you. Oh,
okay.
okay. Perfect.
for
Perfect.
sure.
Perfect. Tag
Hey,
him in the tag him
Let's
in
go,
the
Laura.
live.
hey, come on. She said I'll share for you.
Yeah,
Please.
appreciate that. Yeah, for
Hey,
sure. Love.
appreciate you, Laura,
Love.
man.
Appreciate that.
Beautiful.
Oliver in Toronto.
I'm at
And
Toronto.
no, my bad. In Ontario.
Oh, you meant
In
like in
Ontario.
2022?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what you meant to say. 2022
Yeah.
Okay.
at PP. Okay, yeah. Sheesh. I don't
Wow.
know why those messages wasn't showing on my
Uh,
end, right? But they're showing now.
yep.
Nice.
Hey,
She said,
comment in the chat, man. What y'all think, man? How
"I'll say
this affect
2026
y'all,
will
man?
be a big celebration
How
for
this
Joe."
piece of art really affect y'all? And when and where were y'all in y'all lives when y'all first saw this movie? Like, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Like, keep it 1,000 hour with us, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Well, if y'all love Prince like we love Prince, man, and no matter what y'all want to say about Prince and it being crossing over and all this stuff, like Prince is R&B core to the core, man.
come on.
Don't even question that.
Right.
Prince is R&B to the core. No matter what his music did, at his heart, at his base, R&B all day, man.
Yeah,
What a time to be alive, man. Purple Rain is
Mm.
40 years old.
Yeah.
see,
Came out in 84. Got to not
see,
4. Got to put the New Orleans on. It came out in 84.
Yep.
see.
You heard?
You heard me?
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah,
quick,
man.
real quick.
man.
What a time.
Any other favorite Prince songs you guys have outside of Purple Rain, maybe like in this discography, like songs that really resonate with y'all? Like,
Diamonds and pearls.
yeah.
Diamonds and Pearls.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Let me see. I'll tell you.
because you said, see, you
Prince
said
songs.
favorite, so I'm
Yeah, every time you think of Prince,
um,
that's what pops in your head. You said Diamonds and Pearls. Like I know this, I know you probably got 2 or 3. Like I know for me personally, like it's early like Prince stuff I was listening to before I even knew what Prince looked like. Stuff like that I would hear on the radio all the time, like Sign of Times, which to this day is my favorite Prince
Right.
song of all time.
right.
Probably the most gangster song he's ever done, also.
You see,
But that storytelling, like it hit in such a real way. And it still resonates
to
with me to
me,
this day.
the the songs I remember as Barry Beret, like
Oh yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
because that was
yeah.
because you remember the stuff that you was around. It gave me memories of when I
Mm,
was a little
Yeah.
young one. Raspberry Beret,
Mhm.
a Little Red Corvette. I don't know who was playing this
Yeah,
music around me because I know my granddaddy
mhm,
wasn't on that.
yeah.
yeah, Little Red Corvette was dope.
Hell yeah.
Little
Them
Red
songs were electric,
Corvette.
boy.
Ooh,
Hell
ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
Them songs in them videos, they were electric at the time too. But they were
Afternoon,
like, they grabbed you.
Stone
Yeah.
They just grabbed
Ash.
you. Yep.
What she say? What she?
Yeah.
Aisha said
Oh,
the
she said
dynamics of his trust issues were actually mirrored in all of his relationships with women in his life.
you
See,
right. You right.
Apollonian and his
Yeah,
bandmate.
you right.
Oh, you see his growth when he lets that guard down.
Facts.
see, he was not
Almost
acting.
facts.
See, those are type take. See, those are type of takes right there. That's what Vibes and Combo is about right there.
That
Right.
part.
You know what I mean? Saying it like that, like, dang, I didn't even look at it like that.
Catching
And
the
that
angle.
circles back to what we were saying earlier, Kurt. See, he wasn't really acting for it. He
Wasn't really acting. He
Cause
did
you,
Yeah,
it too good,
cause you
brother.
said Timbo did say trust issues,
yeah,
Right.
but she gave us the okay.
yeah. But that's true too.
He
That's even deeper. You're right. All throughout.
didn't trust females.
Hey, just like his dad didn't trust.
Right.
Right.
Play.
See?
He had the ism on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ism on.
I know it'll probably still remain a
Apollonian,
Then he
mystery
man.
to
got
this day, but
he did get the
it
in the
might
fight
be
with
it might be
Apollonian. He
that might
slapped her
have
though.
just been that might have been some might
Yeah,
have been
he
a
did
bit of a
slap Apollonian
documentary
like watching
aspect.
what his mom. Yep.
There might have been a documentary aspect of it, though. Like that whole dynamic might have mirrored his actual upbringing. I'm sure that'll still remain a mystery because I mean, he never confirmed that for real.
Right,
But
Right.
right, right,
I wouldn't doubt that's probably where you know what I mean? Where that probably all stemmed from.
right. I
Right.
think just to put a cork in the Prince music side of it, um, you know, but jumping out of high school, the the Prince song that I grew up on for myself was
Yeah.
the Prince musicology.
Yeah.
Musicology. That
Yep. Yep.
that
Yep.
was the
Oh,
yeah, if you
Mm.
remember the 2000 Prince.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he touched
I like to call that
generation.
the funk prince. I
Right.
like to call it the funky prince time.
The funky Prince.
In
Right.
my opinion. But that was a great time for
That's
yeah.
that was my personal Prince memories for myself. But everything
I
else,
feel you.
like back in the 80s, was like my folks
Yeah.
in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
hmm I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
you. There was no bad time. Whenever you turned on a Prince, there was no bad time to catch on him for real. Like
Yeah.
whether you caught him early on, whether you caught him during his movie phase, whether you caught him later on in this funk, what I call his funk thing, even at the end, like
Yeah.
he was still coming out
Yeah.
with classics that still resonate. Like Prince was just one of a
Right.
kind, man. One of a
Right.
Hmm.
kind. And we'll never see another one like him, man.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
And
Hey, we miss you, Prince. Rest in peace, man.
Prince, rest in peace. Peace to Prince, man. Um,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
he was ahead of his time. Even in his
Truly.
dealings with the music industry, the fact that he changed his name, like we could get into how ahead and how smart Prince was. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
definitely. Definitely. Especially on the business
But
end.
yeah, yeah, I don't,
I had the
that's just
privilege.
my takes. I
What
don't
you
want to
say?
drag it
I
too
had the
long.
privilege to visit Paisley Park. I took the tour and learned so much. My song is Pop Life.
Okay. You
Hmm.
pop like dum, 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 dum. Yep. Yep. I'll see you, mama. Dum, dum, yeah, man.
Yeah. Come on.
Got them jams, bro. He
Come on.
definitely got them. And for all ages too, man.
Heck yeah.
For all ages. Yeah. I can
Hey,
only hope that my kids know Prince
I
like I
hope
know
you
Prince.
I hope you subscribe to us because
Yeah.
we need those type of takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
Wise and combo. We need that, man. Like
Yeah, we do.
we here every week. We
hmm
here every week, man. We covering something every week.
Yep.
Um, you know, just
Yep.
R&B nerd talk like this.
Most
You know what
definitely.
I mean? R&B nerd talk.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat.
Right.
Chat was
Come
on fire
on.
tonight,
Chat
man.
was on fire,
Chat
fire.
was on. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
they showed up and showed out
Yeah, yeah,
for our
yeah.
guy Prince, man.
Hell yeah.
Right. The
Shout
legend.
out
You know what I mean?
Laura.
Yeah.
I
Salute
shout out to Laura.
everybody,
Shout out to
man.
Aisha. Salute to everybody
Those
that's in the
that
chat.
comment, those that didn't, you know what I mean?
Shout out
Shout out,
Chauncey.
man.
Shout out Chisa.
Right.
Come
Hey,
on.
100, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful thing.
This was wonderful, man. I love this.
Man, anything y'all have any shout outs
Hmm.
that you want to give?
Yes.
Well, like we always do about this time.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
the
the
chat.
chat.
Yeah, shout out to the chat.
Come on.
Shout out
Come
Yeah,
to
on,
definitely.
live up in
the
this piece.
Always got to shout
chat.
out.
Hey, so we
I
gonna
like that. We got to
we
do
gonna
we
we
got
gonna
to
work
do
up
that.
we gonna work on getting these phone lines right to get
Most
y'all up
definitely.
in this piece. We gonna work on getting these phone line right. I
Yep.
promise you that.
Right.
I'm gonna be
Yep.
on it.
Yep.
Want to get the phone lines right. Want to get y'all to be able to call in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
Yep.
come
Hey, shout out
join me.
everybody out there dealing with cold weather, man. Y'all stay warm, man, through the holidays. Get to where y'all got to get
Yeah.
real safe.
Yeah,
No matter what, so y'all can make it back here for another episode of
Yeah.
Vibes and Convo.
yeah.
You feel me? Um, Hey, let this
Yeah,
music bring you through whatever you're going through right now, man. Like it's a lot of feel good stuff on here, man. I promise you'll find something inspirational on either one of our playlists to get you through these
yeah, for sure.
holidays, man. Whether it's
Come on.
financial burden, whether it's the burden of just being alone or whatever, like trust me, we got exactly what you need on both of these playlists, man. Vibes and convo, we here for the people, y'all.
Come on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out, shout out, shout out. If you haven't followed our Instagram, please do so.
Yes.
We are Vibes and Combo. Um, Also on Instagram, we're got the same title, Vibes and Combo.
That's it.
TikTok, same thing, Vibes and Convo.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are on X, same thing,
Yeah.
Vibes and Convo. You'll find us. You'll find us, man. We want y'all to follow us there. Um,
Also
just,
on
just to keep you,
threads.
just to keep you in the loop, keep you in the loop of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely.
So this concludes another episode of Vibes and Convo.
Till next time, y'all.
Come
Till next
on,
time.
we out this thing.
Gee.
Peace.
Peace.